Peace and blessings, family. I'm back up on here. So, if you know me, I'm testing out these new concepts, trying to get together these new stories that I want to do every Monday night like this. And I'm testing out. So, I'm the person who does all of the engineering, camera work, podcasting at the same time. Um, I'm under the firm belief, let me just explain a few things this evening as I talk with you all. First of all, I'm under the firm belief that it is important for us to basically talk about the things that are happening in our world. I feel like that we live in a time where there's a lot of information being exposed, and I think that that's awesome. But sometimes what I find is that when it comes to us talking about what's happening with black women or African women, to me they are the same people. And I can interchange those two words. This is not a of color thing. I'm not afraid to say black. I'm not afraid to say African. I'm not afraid to talk about what's happening on the continent of Africa. I'm not afraid of us being accountable to ourselves and having those hard conversations that sometimes we really don't want to have, because for some reason there's a lot of shame with being black. And I feel like we need to expose that. I made up in my mind that I do not want to work with anyone who is not proudly loving and respecting black women as they appear, or black girls as they appear. I'm not interested in helping special interest groups when we usually end up with nothing. So I'm not for any of that. And anyone who really knows me is like, I love people, but I also watch where black girls and women are constantly being overlooked, and not just by like white people or men, sometimes by black women themselves. Like they'll fight hard for everyone except for black girls and women. And I have a problem with that. I don't like that at all. So for me, I'm in this space. Like one of the things I'm doing, anybody knows me, I do a lot of things, but one of the things I'm striving to do is to make sure I can get 100 black women volunteers, mentors, to mentor 100 girls in my hometown where I live at now in Sacramento, California. So I work with a lot of African American girls. I want all of them. I want 100 girls to have 100 mentors. What do you mean, Ro? What do you mean 100 mentors? That means that you would take time with them, that you would stay in contact with them on a weekly basis, that you would do 2 outdoor activities with them a month, and that you would stick with them until the end of the school year. And what does that mean? That means that you will expose them to as many things as possible that you know that will help to enhance them. That also means that you have to come to monthly meetings, that you have to go through some trainings to do that. I feel like we have to really stretch out there and help our girls and women. We just have to do it. Because if we're going to solve this thing about the inequality of gender, of what's happening with black girls and women, if we're going to talk about violence, if we're going to talk about the lack of opportunities, I know too many powerful black women that have access to a lot, but sometimes they don't necessarily share what they have. I watch them go all out for black men or any kind of black man, but they will not go out like that for black girls or black women. Because I really think it's their way of still supporting their sons. I think we got to talk about these things that we know are holding back our communities when we don't address what's going on. And so that is what I'm attempting to do when you see me doing the Black and Missing, making sure those girls are loved on and that they are recognized, that they are missing. You also see me doing this African Women World News, which I just did. That was my second test running to get better as time go on. But I think we have to expose it. And then, I'm still doing all of the other stories as well. But I think it is totally crucial that we take care of our young people. We must take care of our young women. It is just not okay. And now I'm calling on the women. I'm calling on the women to stand up, to volunteer, to sign up. A lot of you have. I'll be meeting. This is a joint venture between myself and Our Rightful Place, with Earth Mama Healing in Our Rightful Place, where we want to train 100 black women to mentor 100 black girls. And that's just the way that go. That's something that's between us. And that we want to get out there. That is my first thing. I'm not trying to do no more special kind of entities, with groups. I'm not trying to do that, y'all. That's not even where my head is. My head is, how do I help black girls be more successful, be more lovable with themselves, and that would expand to other people. And I think it is up to us to get out there and make it happen. So this is some hard work, y'all. This is not no fluff work. This is hard work. And so I hope that you all will pick up the challenge. Peace.